Let me take you to the Bahamas, Carter Elliott. Come to Baha Mar Convention Center with me.
Hold on.
Purdue,
I'm ready for this. Can I go grab my grass skirt?
no, Purdue and Memphis. Braden Smith and Doug McDaniel, Matt Painter and Penny Hardaway down the hall from a makeshift casino that Trey Galloway is jealous he's not at. We discussed all of this in the Running Point pod with both Braden and Omer Meyer this week. Go listen to that. Omer was genuinely bewildered by the concept of playing basketball in a hotel room. That was just the cutest thing I've ever seen. I digress. There's a game to preview here. Purdue, the number one offense in the sport, a top five offense in the history of the Ken Palm database, up against a Memphis defense that ranks 70th in adjusted defensive efficiency through 3 games. Memphis is spiraling early. They're 1-2 outright. They've lost back-to-back games to Ole Miss and then a terrible showing at home against UNLV in which they gave up 92 points to Dre Gibbs Lawhorn and company. Two different members of the Runnin' Rebels had 25 points in that game. Like there always is with Penny Hardaway teams, there's a lot going on with Memphis. What's your general outlook on what this Memphis team is coming into this game?
Bad basketball team. And I'll elaborate on that a little bit more. I think Doug McDaniel is actually a good basketball player. I think the rest of this team is comprised of basketball players that just aren't necessarily the greatest at basketball. I think Aaron Bradshaw, in his third stop, we can confirm that he doesn't really do much on the basketball court, even being 7'1". And look, there's other pieces that are like, solid basketball players, I would say. But at the heart of it, this Memphis roster is just really lacking better basketball players. And because of that, I think they really suffer on the defensive end. And one thing I would never ever want to see as a Memphis defense is a sun-kissed, comfy Purdue team playing offense. It's a scary, scary thought. I think they should be able to get whatever they want offensively, and then as bad as Memphis is defensively, they're even worse offensively. I'm honestly shocked that they're the 76th best team in the country, to be honest with you, because to me, eyes tell me that this is like the 132nd best team in the country.
Yeah, no doubt. Agreed. Now, I want to talk through what can Memphis do to make Purdue uncomfortable, but first, there's a way more pressing issue for this game. How is Purdue emotionally going to handle the fact that Cam Heidi's not in the Bahamas in board shorts?
Yeah, that is something that they're gonna have to live with.
I thoroughly expect the Purdue veterans that have been around a little bit, Trey Kaufman-Renn, Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, to carry a weight with them coming into this game, knowing that they are not going to be able to see Cam Heidi in board shorts.
Check that, we're fine.
Why?
Omer and a Speedo.
God, you're so right. I can't believe we get to interview this team's point guard, and this is who we are. Okay, so yeah, let me give you my quick scout on Memphis. Penny tried to do the Juwan thing, and by that I don't mean be like a controversial former NBA head coach. By that I mean save my job by banking everything on Doug McDaniel. I love Doug McDaniel. I would never bank my career on him. I'm sorry. That's just a crazy move. It didn't work once. It's not going to work this time. The early returns are obvious of that. In Doug's most recent game, and mind you, Doug was the preseason American Player of the Year. In Doug's most recent game, the 14-point home loss to UNLV, Doug McDaniel had 6 points on 10 shots and 6 turnovers to 2 assists. Cardi went 1 for 10 from the floor in 32 minutes with 2 assists to 6 turnovers while being a defensive liability the entire time. I don't like this. I don't want to come on here and rip my favorite guy. I still own a Doug McDaniel graphic tee. But like asking your team to be built around Doug McDaniel in the year of our Lord 2025 is like one of the most well-documented bad decisions you can do. And I don't know what the American Conference was thinking when they named him the preseason player of the year. I know he's a prolific scorer, but like this ain't gonna work. I'm telling you right now. And not only did they bank it around Doug, but the second best player on this team is a former McDonald's All-American, 5-star recruit, Aaron Bradshaw. Have you paid attention to what's going on with Aaron Bradshaw lately?
Aaron Bradshaw is is worse than he's kind of ever been.
Aaron Bradshaw's been benched. It's 3 games into his Memphis career. He was brought in to be the 1-2 tandem with Doug McDaniel. He was benched. He played 10 minutes off the bench, removed from the starting lineup against UNLV, finished with 4-1 and 3 turnovers and 3 fouls in 10 minutes. On the season, Aaron Bradshaw has played 38 minutes across 3 games, has 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 turnovers, and 10 fouls.
He's 7 feet.
Penny Hardaway is coming into this game with those two guys supposed to be their best two players, matching up with Braden Smith and Trey Kaufman-Renn.
It's gonna get spooky, man. It is gonna get spooky. And look, the one thing that I think you have going for you if you are Memphis, and I think even you could speak to this, Greg. Doug McDaniel does have the ability to have a special performance.
This is giving me like I'm getting the shivers again.
Like he does. He has that in him.
What did we called it a Chug
A
McDaniel?
Chug McDaniel. And in my eyes, that keeps it within 10.
A Chug McDaniel, this was 3 seasons ago at this point.
I remember the game against St. John's at MSG. He was special.
Uh-huh.
You had the T on and you did a Chug McDaniel. There was not another Chug McDaniel the rest of the season. He's proceeded to be suspended for half the games, and there was no more.
A Chug McDaniel, I think we said he needed 20 points and 6 assists. And
Hmm.
we would call it a Chug McDaniel in a win. And I would chug my beer and say, that's my point guard. This was created in November of 2024 when Michigan started the year 3-0 and Doug had a 26.7 assist game against St. John's. He was amazing. He looked genuinely electric. He had 4 KenPom MVPs in the first 2 months of Juwan Howard's final season at Michigan. Do you know how many KenPom MVPs he's had since?
I'm gonna say 3.
2.
Ah,
In a full season at Kansas State, a full second half of the season, well, half a second half of the season because he only played home games, and then yeah, three games this season. He's just honestly testament to Jawan. He got 26 and 7 out of that kid, right?
wow,
Like
special man, free
kind
him.
of crazy. Um, Doug and Braden have played each other before.
Hmm.
Do you remember what happened?
No, what happened?
Braden Smith had 11 points and 11 assists and 8 rebounds and 4 steals in 39 minutes. Doug McDaniel had 19 points and 6 assists and 3 rebounds and 2 turnovers in 38 minutes. Doug actually held up somewhat respectfully, and they lost by 8 at the Chrysler Center.
Hmm. Okay.
I think Braden's gotten a lot better since that game, and I think Doug's gotten worse.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's a theme of Memphis basketball players. I think a lot of these guys are playing worse than what they were before they got to Memphis.
Yeah. Yep. Is there anything Memphis can do to frustrate Purdue in this game at all?
Um, I'm sorry. I'm not like doing this as like a bit where I'm like trying to disrespect. I'm really trying to like actually hone down a spot that maybe they could find themselves in a favorable spot here.
There's nothing really on the profile. It would almost have to be like an amazing Doug game at the
I,
expense of whoever's guarding him on the perimeter for Purdue.
here's the angle here. One controllable, one non-controllable. And goddamn, it's a bad non-controllable. The one controllable is Doug actually just has to be special.
Yep.
Has to be special. Like
Yep.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He has to be special.
Yep.
And this game's they're by a casino, right?
They are by a casino, as you've made that abundantly clear multiple times this week.
Ooh, okay. That's not good for Memphis. Um, and then on the other side, you hope Purdue's in a little bit of a looking past you spot.
Yeah, which they could be. It's possible
Hmm.
to either Miles Colvin or Texas Tech. We'll have previews and recaps up, by the way. Quick turnarounds for us this week, but we're going to be there. What time do you think Doug McDaniel's alarm clock is going off the night before this game. Or like what's his curfew? What time does his head hit the pillow?
See, it's a Wednesday. Hold on 1 second.
In Nassau, Bahamas,
See,
at the
Wednesday.
Baha Mar Convention Center.
Things to do, nightlife, Nassau, Bahamas. Oh, no, he won't go to Senior Frogs, but I could see Bond Nightclub. And all those are at the Baha Mar with beach bars and live casino and musics. Yeah. He'll get bored probably by about 2:30, I'd say. 2:30 in room. Realize he doesn't want to be back out, then probably sleep by like 5, 5:30.
This game's not till 6 p.m. on Thursday.
That's massive.
I think they're gonna. I think honestly, and by they, I think Braden and Doug might kick it together.
It should.
They're old chums, old
Old,
compa-
old chums.
I would kill for like a selfie picture from Braden of him and Doug like getting dinner together the night before this game.
Yeah, I really want to say I'm sorry to what I think is the Twitter account is like Willie Donovan or Hitman Hoops. Memphis basketball doesn't deserve this.
Let's get to predictions. Safe to say we're not too worried about this one. Ken Palm has Purdue by 13 on a neutral, 87 to 74. UNLV just beat Memphis by 14 at FedEx Forum in Memphis. I got Purdue by 27.
Yeah, I got Purdue 107 to 72.
Also have a prediction.
Yep.
This is Braden's triple double
This is it.
against Doug.
The Baja triple double.
Yeah.
I want to predict something.
What?
The dunk happens.
Whoa.
The dunk happens. I had a good time. You know what I'm saying? He went in the jacuzzi, flicks on the beach, walk 94 feet with Billis or whoever's there. It's on CBS Sports. So I don't know. Maybe him and Norlander shared a coconut or something. He's gonna
I
be
got
feeling good.
I got another prediction.
What?
Trey Kaufman-Renn references the Baha Men in a post-game interview.
Is that a band?
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah. Ooh.
Who?
But why were the dogs let out? Trey Kaufman-Renn said.